Hi, I'm Rachel Simpson, and I am excited to be here with you today. Uh, and today I'm going to talk to you about commitment to give your baby their very best. And it comes from a client success story because this client had been struggling for months. And what's great about it is that motherhood is never meant to be done alone. And motherhood is a very, very hard job. And we're not given the guidebook to how to care for your baby and to, how to get over feeding issues. And unfortunately, in this country, many, many women quit breastfeeding. And they end up feeling like a failure because they're not doing the natural thing that a mom is supposed to do. A woman is supposed to feed babies from the breast. For whatever reasons, there are issues that are making it really, really hard on women. And I'm not going to go into the issues now. What I want to get into is that we are all made to feed our babies. And so when there's the inability to feed a baby, we can feel like a failure. There can be shame, guilt, and there's no way to live a happy life when you're feeling guilt and shame and overwhelm and feeling like a failure. Now, should it be easy? Should it be fun and joyful and blissful? Yes. But that is not the reality of many, many, many people's lives. And the studies show that like 60% of women are still breastfeeding at 6 months. 6 months. Now, as a breastfeeding mom, that feels like a long, long time. But in the lives of a child, that is, half a year. And when children grow up to be toddlers and little children eating, if they have breastfeeding issues and feeding issues as newborns, unfortunately, it doesn't change or resolve as they grow. The children become picky eaters. The children have allergies. The children have all sorts of gut digestion issues, constipation, diarrhea. I'm seeing this in reality. And if this is your situation, it's common, but it's not normal. We are seeing a pandemic of obesity in this country because children are choosing to eat the things that are not healthy for their gut. And unfortunately, things like mac and cheese are sometimes, or soft things are sometimes it's all they can eat. And it's not that they're trying to control you, and it's not that they're putting one over on you. Some children are having a hard time chewing food, and so they're protecting their airway. And so we can't blame them because the symptoms that your baby is having in early weeks and months of their lives, they just change and manifest into something different. That's why we're seeing a lot of feeding and issues. And there's a very long wait list for feeding therapists in this country. And why is that? It's because children are having difficulties eating. Now, my work helps them to resolve all of that, to prevent all of that, because we together work on feeding, on having children feed well so that they don't have those issues. So with one particular client, she was struggling and struggling and struggling for weeks and months, not finding any resolution. Unfortunately, with other providers, she was searching hours and hours on Google and thinking it was her fault until she finally decided to do the action steps. She had commitment to fixing this now. That's all it took. It took her decision to fix this now. And her decision and her commitment and doing the hard work and doing the action steps was for her baby. That's all it took. All it took was her commitment level, her resolve that she was going to be the best mom she could be, give the best to her baby, and help her little baby to get through these months so that years later, they don't have to go to those feeding therapists. They don't have to go to the appointments, the doctor's visits. Prevention. And she feels great about her decision. And I wanted to share this with you today because children are our best investment. Children are absolutely our best investment towards the future. So whether you have time, energy, money into this now or later on, you're still going to be putting in that same energy. And I'll tell you, it is a lot easier to carry around babies to appointments or doing things with them because toddlers and children obviously have their own will, but it is a lot harder to undo compensations that are already set in place months and years later on. So if you are struggling with any of the things I mentioned, issues feeding your baby, babies who have a hard time eating, no matter how old your baby is, weeks, months, then it's not too late. You can still resolve your feeding issues now so they don't turn into things later on that you are regretting. Definitely don't want to live with any regret as a mother. So many women come to me if I'm having a conversation and I tell them what I do, they instantly think back on times that they were a mom to a baby and ask me, where were you in my early feeding days? And I can see it all over their face that they have regret that it didn't work for them. And that's all they wanted to do, is give the best to their baby and be the best mom that they can be. And so if that's what you want and you don't want to regret years and decades later, then I'm going to suggest you book a call with me so that we can get on the phone and resolve all of these issues at hand in less than a week. That's all it takes. But first, it takes your commitment. So I'm going to drop links into this post, and all you have to do is click the link. And what you are going to do is be able to book an appointment with me for a call so we can talk. And then you can decide, like my client did, if this is something that you want to pursue for your baby. I'm Rachel Simpson. I'm your new mom coach and lactation consultant. And I'm looking forward to talking with you so that I can help you help your baby. Have a beautiful, beautiful day and happy 2023. And I will see you on the next video. I am going to be doing lives every other week right here. So just put it in your calendar or watch the replay. But I'm going to come in here and just do a live just so you can have the opportunity to hear me, and I can offer you these times where we could get on the call, and also want to provide you with ideas and suggestions, and that way we can communicate and stay connected, and you can get to know what I'm about. So every other week, look for your notification. If you're in the group, definitely turn on the notifications, and have a great day. I'll see you in a little bit.